Alright, so here we have Season 34 War 2, and I actually forgot to record my team, which I know, devastating. That's the best part of the video. But anyway, so here we go. We are putting some boosts on real quick, and then we're going to hop in. We have this thing first. They decided not to ban Hercules, which means that I'm using Hercules for, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 fights, I think, at least. I think it's 4 fights. So we're going to Hercules this thing really quick. Done this fight many times before, so it's probably not a new fight for any of you who have seen my videos before, but if not, here's a little treat. I mean, I guess it's just a thing fight, so he's being kind of mean to me, so takes us a while to get off that special one. We just kind of want to play with his rock stack. So here I should have actually hit into his block 4 times, and then 5-hit comboed is what I should have done. But I didn't, and it doesn't really matter now. But I should have just hit into his block 4 times and push him to 10, plus 5 is 15. That would have worked better. But we got a little heavy counter off, and did we push the special 2 here? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we want to bait this out for power purposes. Boom, boom, boom. Hit him twice, then we want to knock him down. I was not sure if I could parry him there, so I didn't assume it. And here we go. This should push him to 15. Beautiful. The special 1 is 4 hits, the special 2 is 5 hits. We bait this out, and we should be good to go. Another little heavy counter in there. And this fight's down. So yeah, pretty clean fight. Pretty simple fight. And we are on to Mole Man. So we did not bring a ramped Apocalypse. Needed Hercules for a couple fights and needed She-Hulk for a fight. And so elected to just take him unramped into our path, because there's some pretty simple skill defenders that I knew I could take unramped. So that's what we do. And it goes pretty well in this fight, at least. So here we go. Nice little special 2. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff right here. Okay. Block that. I remember blocking that for a specific reason. I think for some reason I wasn't ready for him to throw that special, and so even though I knew I could dex it still, I just wanted to be safer than safe and block it. But didn't really do any damage. I'm still at 99, so we're good. Okay, so here we have a Nick Fury on 19. They did change this node a little bit. No Burden of Might anymore. So it's a little bit different. Not a big deal. I'm partially ramped, and I only have an 150% power back boost on, and we'll see if that really makes a difference. But we go into this fight really quick, and we combo into a heavy attack, or combo, and then... Oh, we're just comboing again. Okay, interesting. I guess I did not do that. Okay, so now we want to back off, ideally. He's building up those prowesses, which is not ideal. I probably should have just comboed in there, which I didn't, and hindsight is 20/20. So here I realized that I'm gonna get cornered, and between the debuff immunity timer and the Fury, it's hard to find a good opening, so I throw it right here. And get right back up to another one, so now I just want to knock him down and do this all over again. I'm not sure why I dexed there. I think I was trying to ban on heavy and saw that it wasn't it. So here I can just throw it even though I'm debuffing, because I'll just get back up to it, is the theory. Boom, boom, boom. And that basically proves true. We just want to bait out another heavy. This was actually, yeah, probably a better move is to bait out the special 2 first, so as to not waste the Fury. Or lack of protection is probably more important than the Fury itself. So here we go. Throw a special 2. And we are back up to another almost special 2. So here we just want to get this Fury back up, get the precision off, get the protection off, that is. And we're good to go. So he dashes in. Oh wait, he doesn't dash in. And we throw it into his block. Ta-da! Not how you're supposed to do the fight. And so he kindly hits us with a couple hits. Luckily only a medium. And now he's unblockable, followed by the special one. So we're fine there. And now we just want to knock him down, remove protection, and the special one should do it. I believe I throw a special one here. Combo and a special one. He dies. Not the cleanest fight, but it is what it is. And I did not die, so that's the most important thing. Just got to do better in the future. So here we have a kitty fight. Gotta use a couple items here. This was a pretty item-heavy war. It didn't need to be. If I took away a couple fights, 2 fights, it would have been like a 0 item war, a 1 item war, but I decided to play like an idiot, so I benefited from that in terms of items spent. So here we go. Light, light, medium, light, medium. Light, light, medium, light, medium. We take this, and we forget about the tactic. But we get lucky. Actually, we didn't forget about it. Well, we did. We got lucky. I backed off because I saw the evade. And it happened to coincide with the miss, and so I backed off for a different reason and got very lucky. So here we do. We take this into the block again. Do I forget about it again? No. Okay, so from now on, I just full block everything. Here I forgot about Mix Master because I was preoccupied with the tactic. So haven't taken her yet with this new tactic, but APOC is so tanky, he hits so hard, you can afford a few mistakes. So here we go, we take the special one to the block. I could just combo into special one here, I don't, I go for the refresh, bleed, which is fine, would have killed her either way, but we end at 90% health, and in an under minute fight, so still pretty decent. Here's an Ebony Maw. This is supposed to be a hard fight. It's not when you have a Defiance champion, and especially someone like Stealth Spidey or She-Hulk. Maybe Spider-Gwen as well. So, here we go. We don't need to heavy him yet. We just want to ideally not have his miss phase go up. I believe it's called focus, or focusing. So, heavy him every once in a while. There we go. We can bait that out. We do a slightly late timed heavy attack because we want to make sure that we're not in range, just to be safe. And you can see the spacing definitely does vary on a special one, so it's a little bit about going by feel. I believe I just comboed there, okay? I thought I was going to do a late light attack and a heavy, which I believe would have been the spacing. But here we go, we can do a light attack and a heavy. That one was a little bit more clear cut, so we just went for it. Special one here with light attack, yep. And the heavy. He hits the double resist on us, but doesn't punish us, so meanness followed by niceness. That's a purposeful whiff on the first heavy hit, because I knew that the second one would land, so I fired it early. So it's going really cleanly so far. A little light intercept into the special too. So yeah, very clean fight, very quick fight. A minute on the nose. So that fight's down, and that's definitely a really good option for it. Earlier in the chat, shout out to Raze, he said that he'd never seen a She-Hulk fight where they didn't die. So there you go. If you watch this fight, now you've seen one where she doesn't die. But I'm going to be using her a lot this season. I really like her. Hopefully we can keep that deathless streak alive. But not that intercept streak, because Thor Ragnarok wanted to tap us a little bit. So it is what it is. I can use APOC or Hercules for this fight. I wanted to use APOC because, frankly, I didn't want to feel like spending potions to heal up Hercules if I messed up and I knew I had a big margin for error with Apocalypse. Because after this, I'm taking 2 fights. Maybe it's just 1 fight. I'm taking 1 fight with Nova. And so as long as I don't take too much health, I wouldn't even have to heal. I just use a Sig ability. So as I've been talking, we throw a special 2 and he gets nuked. Drop a little intercept right there. And a special 1 should finish it. I believe I back off and get this heavy refresh. Just in case something doesn't go as planned. But he disappears very easily. Still have 100% health. So now we get this Nova fight here. I have noticed that, because I take Nova in AQ, and I've noticed that he has a little bug where he'll auto-block you even on non-intercepts off parry. I want to say it's when you parry and you hit him and your first hit's not in stun. I could be wrong though. But definitely not how he's supposed to interact. And we'll see that come into play in this fight. So here we go. Now I want to get a heavy off at some point, and I want to get a special 1 off. So I get that heavy off, and that's that perfect excuse for him to back off. He throws a special, and we throw the special 1. So now I'm pretty much set for this fight. I just want to be removing this protection when I can. ideally bait out his power before just to be safe. He's going to push him, so I want to bait that out again. And now I'm ready. I can just remove that protection really quick, which I do with the little light intercept. And we're looking good. Look at that. Little auto block. Doesn't matter, and I wasn't surprised by it per se. Like, I wasn't expecting it, but when I saw it, I was like, okay, so it didn't throw me off. Here he doesn't like throwing it, gets a ton of power, so he pushes a special 2. We hit a little dex on it, pretty clean. Intercept, I believe we just go for another intercept here. 1 to remove the Fury, and 1 to remove the protection, and then he disappears. So pretty clean fight. And this next one is a Sigil, which I wouldn't say Apocalypse is the best option for this fight. Granted, she's a very easy fight. There are probably a million options. You have Torch, if not banned, Spidey, Apocalypse. I personally love Tigra, and that would be a great option here as well. So many options for this fight. So, going back, looking at this fight. I admittedly have never read her abilities. I know that her special 1 gives her the random buffs and debuffs and all that stuff. I was not aware that they only proc on the timer, which granted makes sense, but I was not aware of that, and you'll definitely see that a little bit in this fight. So we're going to back off for the parry as usual. Maybe we bait this out first. I can dex the special 2, but I'd rather not in war. So here we go, and she goes unblockable as I parry. I should have just backed off for the timer. I didn't know that the timer meant anything, and I knew it meant something, but I didn't know that's exactly what it indicated, and so definitely took some health for that ignorance, and she does it again. So definitely not the best start here. A really cleanly timed parry there. But yeah, so that timer means that she's about to have a little bit of that either debuff or buff potential RNG stuff, so I definitely need to watch out for that in the future, and that's on me. But from here on, I just play it very safe, and I mean, you can see she's still getting chunked down pretty badly, but it's definitely good to know that, and I will definitely be on the lookout for that. But here we push to special 2. There's no way in hell I'm dexing that. I'm not going to try that. There's no point. This is my last fight with Apocalypse, and so it is what it is. I'm just going to take another block, and special 1 to finish it. So now we have this Killmonger fight. I've taken this before with and without Captain America Infinity War. I would like a PS1 here so I can get the crit. So the PS1 was on for the other fight, but it was actually on for this fight. I just knew I could take it down in less than 3 minutes. So we start with an intercept, which whiffs. Get a little intercept too. More intercept action. He throws that without even really us trying. And we get the crit off, and this fight is under control. So here we go. Ideally, we want to get a heavy off, because I'm using Hercules for another fight. Should have heavy there, but actually, no, I should not have. I chose not to heavy because I wanted the not to get hurt by reverberation. I just wanted to trigger it. And here, I dash in, because that's what you're supposed to do when he has the counter punch charge. See? It works out perfectly. And just like that, now I am into courage range, which is how I hit harder. So, a strategic play there to hit a little bit harder. And here, I know that the adrenaline's going to push me over, so I purposefully push him to special 2 and take it in the block so I can be even further into courage range. In reality, I just got cornered, and I think we know that. But we're not going to talk about that. Okay, so here we go. We're doing a little bit better now. We get a little... Finally get our heavy in. I think that was our first heavy. Could be wrong, though. Could heavy counter this, but there's really no point. It's war. Just want to play safe. I do an extra light attack so I don't trigger Infuriate and give him more power. Do a little side step. And we're looking really good here. And we get hit again. The problem was I was trying to play safe, and I decided I'm not going to try to intercept when he's power. This fight's almost over. And then on a whim, I was like, but it's such an easy intercept. And it's not an easy intercept if you hesitate. So I get hit in the face. Not a good fight at all. Made like 3 or 4 different mistakes in that fight. But it is what it is. I did not die. I'm not going to play like that again. Hopefully. Definitely made some mistakes, but I'm going to try to learn from them. I feel like almost every single mistake I've made in the past 2 seasons has been my indecision. Just trying to play safe versus trying to play normal. And sometimes normal is safe. Sometimes doing what you're used to is safe. And so I think I need to pick a game plan and stick to it and stop trying to make these instinctive decisions. So we're going to see if I can do that going forward. Here we want to take her shield down. I don't care about brute force. Taking one, I should not have hit there. Got very lucky. Or lucky, it didn't really matter. My health would have been able to survive it. But taking small amounts of ticks of brute force damage is a heck of a lot better than taking tons of damage because you're trying to remove it and get hit in the face. Pro tip. So, here we go. We hit a little parry. It is limber and it is hard knock life, but doesn't really matter. So here she throws a specialty when we have the disorient, and weirdly it does like no damage, which I was not expecting. I thought that was going to take away like 20% of my health. So we can go back to chunking her shield down real quick. Boom, 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 boom. We chunk it down, and we can, do we heavy counter this? We just combo. Turtle, so that she doesn't throw it. It doesn't really matter at this point, but yeah. So here's the war. 10 fights, mostly clean. As of now we're winning, but I'm not sure, but yeah, that was my war.